let's do this thing. I'm gonna try something new for today. This is my 7 a.m. thoughts. Well, these are my 7 a.m. thoughts already. Not a great start with the English, but it's okay. I realized I have all these thoughts while I'm driving, and then as soon as I get to work, I forget them. And as soon as I open up my beautiful journal and show you, so beautiful. Love this blue. My blue face, as you can see. As soon as I open up the page, blank. Like, oh, that's my Desby. Beautiful. My mind just goes blank. So I decided, I come to work, I arrive at work so early, and I'm just gonna sit and stare at my screen. Why not think about my thoughts? Why not sit in the sunshine for like 2 seconds and think about my thoughts? So today's thought is about intentional consumption. I listened to a podcast to my sisters. If you follow me and if you know me, I absolutely adore these two women. It's Courtney and Daniela, I think, and they are two black women who are liberal and modern but soulful and wholesome in everything that Roro loves. And they will so I'm listening to their podcast in order, so this was like a couple of years ago, so I'm very behind. But one of their podcasts was about intentional consumerism, and I remember I took down notes. Let me refer to these notes. It's called Big Spenders, Small Pockets, Intentional Consumption. You can't see because my handwriting's shit. And some of the questions that I wrote down, or some of the notes I had, was why should we buy consciously? What relationship does consumption have with capitalism? Capitalism obviously entertains the need, or creates the need for you to, like, you want to buy goods that you feel you need to consume. So it's all materialism, right? And they spoke about Congo, and I haven't been active in posting about Congo, which is bad because my activism has solely been on Palestine, which is wrong. But they spoke about the inhumane of Congolese people for the harvesting of natural resources, mainly and purely for the consumption of the West. And it got me realizing, like, if you know me and if you were with me at Investec, you know my anti-Sheen campaign, and you know that I'm a big believer in consuming with ethics. So ethical consumption, consuming with thinking about, are people suffering for this? Like, do these brands support Israel? Do these brands support, like, something that I don't believe in, something that goes against what I believe in? And they raised a good point. They raised a point of, we need to question our own greed, because out of sight, out of mind really applies here. That we get caught up in the I'm happy phase of consumerism, that I've got this new iPhone and it looks good and it takes up that great picture of the moon on a random Tuesday night. That we don't think about the people that are being exploited. We don't think about the people that are suffering for our lifestyles of excessive consumption. And what triggered this thought, it's so interesting, was one of my friends recommended a movie called Kinda Pregnant, and that lady, I can't remember her name, Amy someone, I think she's pro-Israeli, and that was my first thought, that why I would not watch that movie. And it's just got me thinking, like, what are your thoughts on consumerism? How do you consume? Does it even occur to you, like, you buy this product because you like it, or do you buy this product with other thoughts? And from this book I read recently, Love Theoretically, Elsie, the protagonist, is a people pleaser, and she has all these models where she first assesses the need, or the Elsie that the person needs, or the Elsie that the person wants from her. Then she plans that Elsie around. So say, for example, the Elsie needs to be a person who loves taking care of dogs. So then she plans how she's going to read up on dogs, going to read up on, like, or she just, like, tries to, like, mold her personality to be a person who takes care of dogs or loves dogs, and then she executes. So it's APE. So do you guys have models like that where you think about consuming, or to think about what you need, what do you define what's a necessity for you. And something else that this podcast spoke about that I didn't realize I was implementing and made me really happy, made my soul like bloom a little, was that we don't reuse and use. We don't have that mindset of like, you know, reuse, recycle. We don't have that. We have a disposable culture mindset, and that's where thrifting comes into play. And I've always been a bit shy of thrifting because I know people, my mom included, looks down at thrifting, and people think that, you know, it's little it's people look down at it sometimes because it's secondhand, it's pre-loved and stuff like that. But I just wanted your thoughts, and these are my thoughts, just speaking out loud for the first time in a very long time. So I hope you receive it well, and yeah.